Not sure about you guys, but I like to learn from my mistakes. For example, this haircut. From this haircut, I learned I will never have this haircut again. Now, I also like to think I've learned from my previous building mistakes I've made in Minecraft, and that my building as a whole has improved. So today, I'm going to take one of my old houses from my series Beancraft and give it a makeover. It took a while of searching, but I found the old world. Let's go have a look. So here it is on my original Beancraft world, and I'm surprised to see how little my building has changed, apart from the fact I never use cobblestone now because ew, cobblestone. But we're gonna copy and paste this onto a flat world to see how it looks. Even with shaders, it's already a massive improvement. It even brought my dog here as well, which is weird. So I'm going to leave this here intact so we have a constant comparison. What the heck are you doing in there, friend? And then we're going to build right next to it and see what improvements we can make. I kind of want to keep the same sort of level style. We're just going to modernize it a little bit, as it's a bit old-fashioned, this house. Instead of the cobblestone, we're going to use this polished andesite. And we'll work on this front section first. The first thing I'm changing is the doorway to just look a little bit nicer. I'm going to keep the blocks pretty much the same apart from some ugly ones like cobblestone, and I'm probably going to change the roof as well. And we've also made this doorway a little bit wider. Now, I've used 2 high and 3 wide windows on this house here, and I absolutely hate how they look nowadays. I much prefer even the square windows or the narrow windows. These ones, they're just too fat and wide. I don't like it. So we're going to improve this slightly by adding in a few extra windows. Well, 1 extra, and making these 2 a little bit smaller, which has made it quite considerably wider, but that's okay. I'm really not sure what the point of this door here is. There seems to be so many doors on this house. We've got one over here, which is a double door. We've got this one. We've got another double door, and then we've got another one around the back. I understand the one around the back, this one, and that one, but this one, what is the point? So I think we're going to get rid of that entirely and just move on to the windows. But we're going to keep the double door at this end over here. But I'm going to add an extra window in on the other side of it for a bit more space. Not a huge difference so far, but it's coming along. Now these days I like to add on windowsills, kind of like this here. So if I was to place a windowsill here, this is just not going to work. The fact that these 2 blocks touching each other irritates me. So we've got to put 3 blocks in between every single window. You'll notice every house I build, there's at least 3 blocks between each window, as you can see here. 1, 2, 3, which I kind of did unintentionally over there, which means I'm going to have to make this a little bit wider on this side. So now we've got this 3-block gap. That especially won't do, so we're going to have to change that for this side. I'm going to try and keep the back door here, which is in line with this building still. And then we'll just have a couple of small windows around the back on this side here. Instead of having no window on this bit here, we're going to have a little tiny window instead just to get some light in downstairs. But apart from that, we're not going to have much difference in the windows. Now on this house here, you can see I've got this sort of cobblestone bit going around the outside of the entire house, which I don't really like, and I think we're going to change some stuff up. As you can see here, I remember using this build ages ago, and this whole section is completely useless. It's on a different level to this bit up here. So you've got these ugly cobblestone stairs going down, and it's just too low in here to have anything inside it. So we're going to raise this up a little bit. So let's put the ceiling on first. I'm also going to take out these andesite bits going up in between. I know it has them on that house, but I just really don't like that because it means you have to put the windows in the same place, as you can see there. And I like putting my windows where I want to put my windows. So we're going to get rid of those really quickly. Apart from the ones on the corners, of course. Now another thing about this bit is there are no windows on the side. So we're going to change that slightly by adding a few, but not a load of windows. And we're going to have the balcony again, except this time it's going to be a bit nicer looking. And we're going to extend it so that it comes round the house here, like so, and connect it up through a doorway here. And we're also going to add like a little patio out underneath here as well. And use some birch fences instead of the oak fences that one had. Obviously back in 1.7.2 there were only oak fences, so now we have the wonderful choice of these birch fences, which are lovely. Okay, looking good. So now for the main building over here. Now I want to have a sort of separate staircase in the same style of this place here. Good place for the staircase to start, I think, will be around here like so, as it doesn't get involved with any of the windows. So I made a little porch area here, which looks quite nice. I'll light it up quickly. We've got space for something on the wall there. We've got the big window to look out of, and then the staircase heads you up the stairs here. A very similar layout to this, except it's just a bit wider. And here's where we're going to do a big change. We're going to make different style of roof here, which really just adds a lot of texture to the house. And we're also going to do a couple of littler versions over here as well. And to change this big glass window, I'm going to do a littler one over here like this, which I know at the moment looks a bit weird, but hopefully it'll come together okay. Fingers crossed. Maybe I'll find out that that house looks better than this one and this one looks terrible. Instead of having the stone across there, we're going to have a big window on this house. I've made this very complicated. This roof is going to be so annoying to place. Instead of using the spruce wood as we used here, we're going to use some oak planks for the roof. Well, oak stairs, I mean. I think I'm going to time-lapse this roof part because it may take me a while and I want to just get it over and done with. So, hey time-lapse Joel, how are you doing? I'm not doing bad, normal Joel. Today we are building this roof. I actually changed a load of stuff along the way with this. In fact, I changed the entire colour of wood to the dark oak wood instead of this plain oak wood. And I think it looks more like the spruce logs as well, which keeps with the original theme. So I've added some glass and some torches to the build now to make it look a lot brighter as it was looking quite dim before. Now we're going to start adding some detail on, which is the windowsills and stuff like that. Give this place a little bit of texture. I'm also just going to add some blocks like this on as well. Not sure why, but I just feel like doing this sort of stuff makes things look a bit nicer. It's weird how that works. I'm going to do something I don't normally do, which is add in a sort of grass windowsill here. Very unlike anything I've ever done. And then add a load of flowers onto it, obviously. And a bit of fence around it, like so. A little bit different to just the standard windowsills. And I'm also going to do the same on here as well, by having the trapdoor grass windowsills. Very nice. Up here though, we'll just do the standard normal windowsills and we'll put like loads of flower pots on them. But we'll also do some benches as well to break it up. I also like to put a few slabs above the doorways like so. And we can have spruce doors now as well, which is nice instead of the standard oak ones we had on that house. We'll place a few flower pots around and stuff on here. Just filling all these plant pots up now with different types of flowers, cacti, stuff like that. There we go, that looks very nice with all the different flower types in the flower pots as such. We're going to do a nice little pathway up to the front of the house, which we didn't have before, as well as this part here, and the parts around the back as well. Lovely. And I'm pretty sure there's not much more I can really do for the outside apart from add a few trees around. I guess we could bone meal the outside. The inside, however, we've got a weird layout in this house with like a living room area there, then we've got like a kitchen area over here, and then this sort of weird area over here. I'm not sure what these buttons do. So let's see if we can get a similar vibe going on in this house. Because this house is a bit wider, it means the living room is a lot bigger in this house. So instead of just having this one door, I might have another door over here as well, like so. Instead of having that narrow kitchen, I'm going to extend it to be a bigger, wider kitchen here. Although I'm going to keep a little room here which would have stairs down into the basement probably. And although I used white and black wool for the kitchen floor in that room over there, here we can use quartz, black concrete, which creates a much cleaner effect. And it's nice and square as well, which is lovely. A problem with this house is that I didn't really have much storage. Like, where did I used to keep all my stuff? There's like no chests anywhere. I guess there's a couple here, but that's it. They may have been in the basement, but we're going to change that. And instead have our chests along here. Also put a couple in there as well, because why not? That's way neater than it was before. And I'm going to put a carpet down as well, because why not? Nice little corridor of chests. Lovely. As for this area, we're going to have our crafting table over there. We're going to have like a wall of furnaces here. Put some item frames around as well with some useful items. Another chest here for just some important stuff. And that's probably okay, that room there. I actually blocked off that wall bit there, as this is where the basement would be. Unfortunately, we can't actually go lower because we are in a flat world and there's just nothing there. This room here doesn't really have much of a use other than to look nice. Just add a bit of decoration in here, nothing too special. And I think the downstairs is looking pretty good. Nice and filled up. Not too many empty spaces. I'm happy. Let's have a look at the upstairs in this old build here. So this used to be the bedroom, I remember, and then they had a little bathroom here. And then here was a spare bedroom, and then this was nothing. Let's see how we can improve it. Okay, so the room layout is we have the staircase and a little landing area up here. Then we got the main bedroom here. which will have the bed here. And then we've got a little corridor off onto the balcony, which I thought was nice. And then we've got the spare bedroom, which is quite small, although very tall. And then we'll have this area over here as well, which will be quite open. We'll have a few things stored in here. Let's work on the bedroom first, though. I think this is decorated really well. It's one of my best bedrooms. We've got some Ender Dragon heads, bookshelves. We've got this little painting thing, more bookshelves. The double bed, music box, another painting, and some shulker boxes added in as well. Looking pretty nice. The spare bedroom, which was always Lizzie's, we'll make pink. Very simple, but basic room there. Got a little reading area over there. A row of armor stands down here as well, because why not? Just a random selection of stuff up here. Bookshelves, flower pots, this weird crafting chest area, an enchanting area. Some diamond blocks, gold blocks, just some decorative blocks, really. And I think this place is looking pretty complete. So, from this to this, let me know which is your favourite. Do you think I did a good enough job of improving it, or do you prefer the original? Let me know in those comments below, and there's a poll in the top right hand corner of the screen right now as well where you can vote. I personally like the new one a lot because it just took me ages to build, and I think I did some pretty good improvements. But if you prefer the old one, that's fine by me, because I built that as well. That's it for this little throwback of a video though, guys. I hope you did enjoy me improving this old house. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like and comment, and I shall see you another time. Goodbye.